Let your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are the treasure, we are the treasure, we are lions of nature. We are the treasure, we are the treasure, we are lions of nature. Vendrez, 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 Vendrez. We are Vendrez, we are lions of nature. We are Vendrez, we are Vendrez, we are lions of nature. Without you, we are strong when we are one. We will run and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Vendrez, we are Vendrez, we are lions of nature. We are Vendrez, we are Vendrez, we are lions of nature. Through the storm and through the rain, we have come, we will prevail. Let your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are Vendrez, we are Vendrez, we are lions of nature. We are Vendrez, we are Vendrez, we are lions. your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are fundraiser, we are fundraiser, we are lions of nature. We are fundraiser, we are fundraiser, we are lions of nature. Fundraiser, 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 fundraiser. We are fundraiser, we are fundraiser, we are lions of nature. We are fundraiser, we are fundraiser, we are lions of nature. We won't walk that road without you. We are strong when we are one. We will run and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are fundraiser, we are fundraiser, we are lions of nature. We are fundraiser, we are fundraiser, we are lions of nature. Through the storm and through the rain, we have come, we will prevail. Let your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are fundraiser, we are fundraiser, we are lions of nature. We are fundraiser, we are fundraiser, we are lions of nature. Fundraiser, 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 fundraiser,
Give me mic. How far? We'll do the stats. Have you done that stats before?
No.
But you already know the template.
No.
No. You watch every save, every listing. You know what I'm talking about. Every save, every card, every free kick.
Okay.
What do you think you're talking about?
We won't walk that road without you. We are strong when we are one. We will run and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are the Tracer. We are the Tracer. We are lions of Niger. We are the Tracer. We are the Tracer. We are lions of Niger. Through the storm and through the rain, we have come, we will prevail. Let your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are the Tracer. We are the Tracer. We are lions of Niger. We are the Tracer. We are the Tracer. We are lions of Niger. Vendreza, 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 Vendreza. We are Vendreza.
Hello and welcome to today's broadcast on VFC TV. It is match day 14. Wow, the weeks are flying fast in the Nigerian National League 2020-2021. And Vandreza FC are away to stationery stores. It's a Lagos derby. They don't come any bigger than this. Well, in time past, the Lagos derbies were something to relish. Well, with Vandreza coming in right now, it should also be something to relish. The first fixture of this game ended in a 2-0 win for VFC over Stores. I do remember it was sometime in March. We did have Amos Okoro and Udom Ekerete scoring those 2 goals. Today, Stores would hope to inflict maybe a pound of flesh on VFC, but the Lions are charged. They have a new coach who will be handling his second game in charge of the Lions. Talking about Tony Bullos. The lineups are out, and well, Christopher Lolo returns in the midfield as captain, and so does Kolawole Daniel returning to the attack lineup after missing out on match day 13 fixture against 3SC. My name is George Essien, and welcome to VFC TV once again. Just for a peep into this game, I'm being joined by Ekikere Udofia, who's it's her birthday today, by the way. So let's hope that it rubs off on VFC. Welcome, Kiki, and happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much, of course. Big shout out to the Lions of Nigeria, Vandreza Football Club, to all the fans all around the world. Of course, just like you are, I am rooting for the Lions of Nigeria to give me 3 points as a special birthday gift.
I certainly hope that. In fact, I hope that the players are listening right now. Okay, it's match day 14. Time is really running out. There's a new coach, new players. VFC are in the drop zone. What must happen today?
Well, what must happen today is simple. Get as much as 3-4 goals. Bang in the goals. That's a summary of it. Because at this point, we have, excluding today's match, we have 8 matches to go. 3 away games and 3 away games and 5 home games for the Lions of Nigeria. So right now, what the team need is just to bang in the goals. The last match, of course, against 3SC was a beautiful play, coordinated midfield, good defense. The attack were there, just that their finish was not a bit clinical. So this game now, they have to improve on that, and that's just what we want for this particular encounter.
You talk about the finish. In fact, going through the replays again, we saw that VFC would have been 3-0 up in the first half of the game, and they were undone by a late strike, a late header, in the 92nd minute. Now the lineup is out. Somto Chukwu, who started that game against 3SC, is on the bench now. Kolawole Daniel returns. In the midfield, Christopher Lolo is back as well. And a significant change has happened in goal. Paul Emenike, who came in for Emeka Nwakama in Iyamo 2 games ago, is starting right now for the very first time for VFC and his first game in charge. Is Coach Tony Bullos, what do you think about this lineup?
Well, it's a good lineup, I must say, because we've seen Paul Emenike. We saw him against Dynamite for about 20 to 25 minutes. And then, of course, Lolo is back. Lolo has always been a good midfielder for the Lions, but for they brought in Savior, and the like. So it's a good addition. MNK will have to see him and assess him for this particular game, because the truth is, at every point in time for every season, you do not have to depend solely on a particular set of players. You need a very rich bench, and I think that's what Tony Bullis is trying to experiment with stationary stores, especially for Paul Emenike coming in. Kolawole Daniel is my worry for this game in attack. Yes, of course, last game we saw Samuel Ekere, like you said, he missed a sitter. Somto also had an opportunity. Both missed a sitter. But don't forget, for Samuel Ekere, that was his second game only for the Lions. And for Somto, it was just his first game for the Lions. So I do not know the tactical decision in Bolus bringing him, of course.
Well, Somto didn't deliver. Wait, Somto didn't deliver the goods last week. And
it's just one match. You don't assess a new player.
You just said here that it's 8 games to go. So
8 games to go, yes, but let us tell ourselves the truth. That last match against 3SC
was a beautiful match.
A beautiful match. In fact, it's been one of my best matches for the Lions this season, especially when it comes to getting the goals up front. So I believe that, like I said on a particular WhatsApp group, I said, look, this match is the match that we will see a definite decision from the strikers on the team, from the attackers in the team. So, Kolawole Nade has always been with the team. He had lots of matches to prove himself.
Yeah.
But let's see what he can bring in today's game as well.
Well, he got only one goal so far for the Lions, and in trying to enrich that forward line, Coach Tony Bulus went back to bring him forth again. Are you looking at the array of attackers that VFC has? Do you think it's just limited to Kolawole Daniel? If Sonto is not working, let's go for Kolawole. Or do you think there are other players who also should be given a look in?
Victor Accra had his chance. He had his chance.
Well,
it was just one game.
It was an unfortunate game.
It was just one game. I understand the point of the coaching bench because it's a competitive league. It's a competitive game.
Right.
So you don't bring in different people to test at this point in time. All the tests should have been done, in mid-season or before the. So I understand that at this point, it's a critical stage for the Lions because they need the goals. Kolawole Daniel, one thing that will pay up for him, coming into this game is consistency in the team. So I think that should work for him. But of course, I still want more time to be given to Somto. Somto should be allowed, to have his time in the team. At least one more game. It's a big risk, but
he's on the bench, so there's no.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
so
very
maybe
possible
it could be
he could come into the game.
minutes for both players. Let's see what can come out.
One thing is very paramount as well to also get in these goals. Maybe the strategy, the formation of Coach Tony Bulus. The last game, it was Sonto, it was one man up front.
Yes.
Maybe you think it's time to change strategies, have twin strikers play a 4-4-2 formation. Maybe?
I saw the change Coach Madaki in Iyamo. That was a 4-2-3-1 formation, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 4-2-3.
Yeah, that's right.
4-2-3-1 formation. Well, it was not bad. Because, of course, we had a disallowed goal in that particular game.
That's right.
So it was not a bad formation. But don't forget, that was with Madaki. This is Bulus. So maybe with the addition of these new players now, Xavier, Akere, and all of that, this formation may just be perfect, depending on the players who are playing different positions at this point in time. So let's see what comes out from this game with this particular. It's same position. Most teams make use of this positioning, but we only want to get the right players to fill in these positions and get the job done.
And the job getting done means all 3 points. In fact, Kiki has said for a birthday gift, it should be as many as 4, which signifies Kiki. Well, let's see how that goes. Up next is Stores versus VFC, and it's live on VFC TV. Stay tuned for all the action.
Introducing the Vandreza FC mobile app. Get latest updates, fixtures, player profiles, and live stream our games in one touch. It's your one-stop handy place to follow everything Vandreza. Vandreza FC mobile app is available both on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Now, you can take Vandreza FC wherever you go. Vandreza FC won't walk that road without you.
We won't walk that road without you. We are strong when we are one. We will roar and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. are one. We will run and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Vendresa. We are Vendresa. We are Lions of Nigeria. We are Vendresa. We are Vendresa. We are Lions of Nigeria. Through the storm and through the rain, we have come, we will prevail. Let your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are Vendresa, we are Vendresa, we are Lions of Nigeria. We are Vendresa, we are Vendresa, we are Lions of Nigeria. Vendresa, 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 Vendresa. We are Vendresa, we are Vendresa, we are Lions of Nigeria. We are Vendresa, we are Vendresa, we are Lions of Nigeria.
Yes, they are the Lions of Nigeria, and they are back to finish what they started 13 weeks ago. The Nigeria National League 2020-2021 season has reached match day 14. Welcome to Stores versus VFC, and it's live from the Soccer Temple, the home ground, actually shared with the Stores team. The first meeting of the two sides ended in a 2-0 win for the Lions, their first ever Lagos Derby on the 27th of March 2021. This is Lagos Derby number 2 for the Lions, and it's against the Stores. Will lightning strike twice? I'm sure that's what many fans are expecting right now across the globe. Let us know where you're watching us from. Drop a message on our YouTube page, on our, of course, app, and whatever platform you're watching us on. Let's know where you're watching from and send your well wishes for the Lions. The road is rough and tough, but as Lions, they must forge on. It's been a very interesting day in the build-up to this one, especially seeing the lineup of both sides. Let's quickly let you know how they're lined out right here on the pitch. Very quickly, in goal for VFC, we do have Paul Emenike, who is in goal, and that was a big surprise, you would say, especially for many fans of the side, as Edwin Wakama was withdrawn. Well, didn't make the match day squad. Instead, it's Emmanuel Daniel who will be on the bench. Well, a lot of facts to tell you about this game, but you already know, I've summarized it. The second meeting between both sides. VFC are 4 points above Stores, who are bottom of the table, and VFC definitely have the task of getting off the drop zone. Coach Tony Bolus is the man who is orchestrating things, his second game in charge. But this is certainly not our second commentary. My name is George Essien. Kikere Udofia is also here as well, the birthday girl. A very good afternoon to you once again, Kiki.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, George. Good afternoon to all the Lions of Nigeria fans from all around the world, wherever you're listening to us to. Well, it's a sunny day here in Nigeria, Agege Stadium. It's a sunny day here in Nigeria, Agege Stadium. And, well, they are Nigerians, so they are used to this kind of playing under this kind of hot temperature. So it's normal. It's okay.
All right.
Yeah, so
okay.
I don't expect any worries as per temperature. But at the end of the day, 90 minutes will tell who will be victor.
All right, 32 degrees hot right here in Lagos, Southwest Nigeria. As action is already 2 minutes old, but once again, quickly, Paul Emenike is in goal. Samuel Eto'o, Jamiu Suleiman, great to have him back. He picked up a knock right after the 3SC game, went back into training, and he's fully fit. Well, the sad news is that Godwin Ekpo misses his second straight game after missing out on 3SC. He picked up an injury while training for the 3SC game and is also out for this one. Ekerete Odom continues to be the most consistent player in the side. David Mack, Ukoaniete, Said Obiseson, one of the new boys alongside Akele Samuel, also starts today. Lolo Christopher makes a return. Amos Okoro and Kolawole Daniel, of course, right there. Emmanuel Daniel, Felix Aloye, Lawrence Effiong, Evo Junior, Noah Razak, Somchojuku Abraham on the bench for of course, VFC. Let's quickly look at what Stores have for us as well. Their starting 11. Titio Sho Idris is the goalkeeper. Alausa Bidemi, Akimbo Rashid, Lole Akintola, Ikechukwu Sunday, Konde Bode, Busari Ibrahim, Benefo Akwasi, Jamiu Kedari, Prince Yoko, Ikebu, Ihemekwele, Ifai. Those are the players right there. Well, we can tell you that the center referee is a man who hails from Osun State. Konji Wasiu is a grade 1 referee. Actually, Lakiji Joel is his name, from Osun State. The AR1 is Konji Wasiu from Oyo State. Defagbi Oluwatoyin is the AR2. And Aliole Samuel from Lagos is the reserve referee. Stores FC already have the major highlight of the game, having a free kick just around the box there, just close to the box. Is the number 11 Shed, who stands over it, but it's taken by another player. It's well defended, and it's the first corner kick of the side going to Stores FC. It's 4 minutes on the clock already. And Kiki, Stores already threatening right now.
It's really a dangerous time right now for the Lions of Nigeria. Of course, from that free kick now to a resulting corner kick. Set pieces are always very dangerous, especially when it's advantageous to you. But unfortunately, this particular one is of no use to stationary stores, as we see Christopher Lolo. You know, of course, he made a deflection in that particular set pieces, and he's down. But of course, he's very experienced, and a lion never goes down easily. He's up again.
Certainly up again, and you sound like you're excited to see him back in the lineup as well.
Yes, of course, he's very experienced. You know, one man who has brought a lot of experience to the Lions of Nigeria. Of course, Xavier came on, had his time. Now Saheed is partnering him there in midfield, and so we expect a lot of coordination from him, not just as a midfielder, but also as the captain of the side.
All right, let's see how different the game is going to be. The last game was dominated by the young gun, so to say. You talk about Isaac Xavier missing in this game, but very laudable contributions in the Stores 3SE game, that is. But there's Said Obiseson, who's here as well. One of the new boys. Stores will attempt to go, but there's Jamiu Suleiman, who showed his man there. Was that a back pass? That doesn't look like it. The referee waves play on in that protest as Amos Okoro would go now. We might just be seeing some bit of trickery there. The referee sounds his whistle. Not sure at this point who the victim or the culprit is. It gives advantage to Stores. Surprisingly, Emma Socorro was just making his run.
It was a harmless run aimed at breaking through into the 18-yard box from the edge, but unfortunately he was stopped there. But the center referee has gone ahead to say, look, of course it's a foul against the Lions of Nigeria, and so awarding that kick to Stationary Stores. But as we see through right now, we've seen, of course, the first 6 minutes of this encounter. For me, it's been a balanced game, George. The first 2 minutes we saw Stationary Stores dominating in the half of the Lions, and now the Lions right there, advantageous for them. I think the center referee would decide if that should be a free kick. It should be a free kick for the Lions, just 30 meters out from the goalpost. Let's see who takes this one. Of course, we know the man to expect in this one, David Mark.
Well, there's David Mack, there's Aneti Oko, who he consults with there. There's Christopher Lolo also standing over that one. And in 7 minutes, we might be seeing the first onslaught is taken indirectly. And it's Edo who's found, not sure the plan there, but it was stopped by Stores. They carry it in now. Back to Jamu, the lone man behind. Looks for Amos Socorro. Will he get to it? Will he get to a Stores player first? Lolo there now. Kolawole Daniel. And the iron doesn't allow that get past him. Daniel not doing well controlling that ball. But hey, his teammates to the rescue there. Lolo takes a hit. Or is it that of Amos Socorro that the referee would signal about? It looks like that of Lolo. Well, it's Amos Socorro who wins VFC that free kick, and incidentally it's Lolo who took the first hit. Who strolls away from it. It's David Mack now looking for any head. Maybe it'll get to. It did get to a Kerete Udom, but no one to support his rebounding header there. Not enough support. Jamu Suleiman is saved by Paul Emenike there. What nervy moments, you'd say, Kiki.
What a way to make a statement, especially when you make your first start for the Lions of Nigeria. I mean, that brings up a lot of confidence. It spurs you to go on and prove that, yes, look, I deserve the starting shirt for every game for the Lions for the main part of the season. Good one there from Paul Emenike.
All right, great clearance indeed. Was David Mack who was just standing around there waiting for Paul to kick that one out. Jamu Suleiman lost it earlier. And the Stores players are really they're really rushing out.
I think the defense of the Lions should watch out. They should avoid playing too wide, going too wide. We saw what happened in the last game. The late goal coming for 3SC. It was something similar to this one. And so Jamu Suleiman, of course, he needs the full support from Ekereto Udom. There's also a Samuel Edoho. There's a David Mark. He got that one correctly. In this last particular encounter. And so I think the defense should avoid playing too wide, and they should be sure to always be on the guard and on alert at the back.
All right, well, the ball is in the midfield now, and it's David Mack who controls nicely. Tries to make that run. Not sure who is looking for, but it's stopped there by the Stores defense. Chipped nicely over Amos Socorro. Doesn't have much of that height to stop any sort of chips, but he has the legs to do so, and he's brought down in the process. That has to be a free kick, no doubt. A Stores player would be very lucky to get out there without a card, and yes, it is the first booking of the game, ladies and gentlemen, and it's handed straight to the culprit this time, Akonde Bode of Stationary Stores receives the first booking of this encounter. You see that again. Amos Socorro collected the ball nicely, and all that Bode could do was bring him down. The skills and the moves were just too much for him. Here's another opportunity. Will these go directly or indirectly? I mean, if you're a free kick taker now, Kiki, Would you want it to go direct?
I wanted to go direct because the very first free kick for the Lions, you saw how it was taken. It was taken indirectly and it didn't yield any fruit. And so when you try one particular position, you switch and you try your luck.
Well, that was quite poorly taken. I'm not sure. Well, you sometimes don't know the intention. A poorly taken free kick, but a try nonetheless. Try to put it just under there. I was hoping that the defenders would not notice that, but that was taken by David Mack. At that point, probably a right foot would have been better to play that and not his left foot. Well, I do know that Ivo Junior is a wonderful free kick taker using legs and goes directly as well. Well, they've moved past that free kick. It's now in the hands of Paul Emenike. Jamu looks for Amos Okoro. Well, he has a taller man marking him. Said Obisheson. Kerry Samuel couldn't get to that one, but Lolo is there. There goes Samuel again. He's brought down. But Coach Bulus would have a lot to say. We're already watching it from our vantage point here, as you know, spurring the guys to get up, play on. And yes, they play with a nice turn by the Bull there, but he's stopped nicely as well. Ball not in play with the Stores. It's gone to the half of VFC. There's Udome Kerete to beat. And surely that man cannot beat Udome Kerete. He showed it nicely. Saeed runs around, gets the ball. Amos. Well, there goes Dawes now. The Kerete collects nicely. Uko. That's a Kerry Samuel now. He must look for the Bull there. But that didn't look like he was offside. We can take a look at that again, but the AL2 there insisting that the Bull had gone faster than his opponent. It's just past 14 minutes played as Stores hosts VFC in match day 14. The Lions do know that a win at all costs is what's expected right here. A charge has been given to Coach Tony Bullis, who has taken over the team to the end of the season, ensuring that the team at least maintains its status. And there goes Amos Okoro. Oh no, Amos Okoro didn't go the full distance. I don't know, Kiki, if you saw that, but he kind of like was watching to see if the goalkeeper was faster than him. He made his run, but wasn't good enough to just catch up the ball. I was thinking he was going to catch up with that ball with that sort of pace.
Well, it was a clear case of not being sure at taking your chance. He knew that, of course, the ball was way ahead of him, but he could have put in more energy and pace into trying to be athletic to get to the ball before the goalkeeper for Stationary Stores. But unfortunately, that did not pan out, and he already, from what we saw, he already knew that the goalkeeper would get to the ball before him, and he just said, okay, let me just take my chance and see what comes out of it. Unfortunately, nothing good came out of it.
Well, this is a game that we want everything good to come out of every single kick for the VFC players. One man who would love that the most is Coach Tony Bullis. Was close to starting on a clean slate last weekend against 3SC, but a late minute header denied him that opening scorecard. And there goes Saeed. He bits two men nicely. Still muzzling his way, the young man. Refuses to let it go. Stores defense now. Caught in between. Just trying to get the ball safely away from their side. They've done that, but they still have the VFC players on them. There goes Jamu. Stops it. And he goes to stop another one now. Amos Okoro gets to it. Jamu now. David Mack. Saeed steadies things down. Not bad play from the Lions. Surely controlling that midfield for now. Here's one man. Captain the side in the last game, talking about the maestro. And David Mack now saw an opening, but it wasn't too open. Saeed Oko sends to Lolo. Akere hasn't had breathing space. Nice concept there from Stores as they push further. Keep going. There's jersey number 10 there. I couldn't get past Udobe Kerete. You just saw him like a brick wall there. Like the wall of China. Let's go. Instead, maybe let's go to India. Shout out to you if you're watching from India or China. All right. Namaste if you're in India, and Ni Hao if you're in China. Do let us know where you're watching us from. Drop a message on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you're watching us from, and whatever social media platform is next to you right now. Talking about social media platforms, it would be very apt, Kiki, of course. I'm sure that VFC getting verified is also a good present for you. Only the second club in Nigeria to have its social media platforms verified by the largest social media platform in the world. That's certainly a rush.
A big time rush, amazing feat from the Lions of Nigeria, especially when it doesn't have to do with the MPFL. This is an NNL team, the Nigerian National League, so it is safe to say it's the first NNL team in Nigeria to get that verification. But of course, looking also at their other social media platform on Instagram and on Twitter, also that's another feat that, you know, very soon verification would come because of its credibility, its consistency in donning out original content and information, as well as carrying fans along. So kudos to VFC.
Kudos to VFC. They go now. Kolawole Daniel would surely love to dedicate a goal today to the fans who have been amazing so far since under 2 years of existence, bringing you Nigeria's first ever club television channel, Nigeria's most supported football club digitally, Nigeria's first football club with a mobile application, Nigeria's first football club with a sports science department. Well, we could go on and on, but the players definitely have to do it on the pitch today. Make sure you're using the hashtag STAVAN on Twitter. And let's check that out. Kike, we should check out what's going on Twitter. If you're watching the game, feel free to drop a tweet. Tell us what you think. 20 minutes gone so far, and no goal from either side. Was this your expectation? Do let us know very nicely. As the Store side will go nicely as well, but it stopped nicely as well. Udome Kerete beating there, but not Jamu. What a shot that was! It's a shot indeed! And it's the first goal of this game. It doesn't go to VFC. It is a Store's goal. Wow. Wow, Kiki.
Too early, George.
Too early for the Store side.
Too early for even the Lions of Nigeria to concede. But of course, we still have 70 minutes in the game. So there's a whole lot of time. We've seen VFC in this particular situation where they came back to win, so it's nothing new. It was just a little, goal out, scramble, misunderstanding. Paul Emenike was up to the task. Ekerete Odom was also there, and so these things can happen. So it's just 20 minutes, George.
Well, watching that goal again, jersey number 24, Jamiu Okadari, was left alone while the two men at the back there were David Mack and Akere Samuel. I wonder why David Mack and Akere Samuel were the ones who were just standing there, and the unmarked Jamiu Okadari went in there, slotted the ball at the back of the net, similar to what happened in the dying minutes of the 3SC game. The central defenders were nowhere close to Kodri, who got the goal for 3SC just when things were about to be wrapped up. I think there's a message, the lesson in, keeping your concentration and be very wary about your defense. Well, Paul Emenike is down. Did well to put the game out, to save, have the first save, but there was enough room for Jamiu to get a rebound, which is quite unfortunate. He stretched so much. Paul Emenike didn't have any help there. The defenders just saw themselves running back, and that's something I'm sure that Coach Tony Pulis has set now, and could be what he's telling Christopher Lolo to remind the players about marking their men.
Well, I talked about it earlier on. I said this defense should avoid going too wide and of course too deep, so that they will not be caught off guard, and that is what has just happened. Even though David Mack was there, even though Paul Emenike was equal to the task, but he couldn't do that alone because of course Jamiu, who was there for stationary stores. Unfortunately, it's a goal against VFC. Let's see what happens in 25 minutes time at the end of the first 45 minutes. Can the Lions come back? Well, it's the characteristic of a Lion to actually, stay strong, pull through, and at the end of the day get the victory. Let's see if that will be the case in this particular scenario.
Well, so far, first clear chance for VFC was coming from an Amos Okoro run there, which happened about 10 minutes ago. Didn't get to the ball on time. Lots of lessons must also have been learned from taking chances, especially with VFC and their first half flurry of chances in the 3SC game. Well, Stores have had their chance and taken it. Nicely trapped there. Well defended by the man David Mack. 24 minutes now. One goal separates both sides. It's a 21st minute goal by Jamiu Okadari of Stores, who rebounded with a header after Paul Emenike had saved nicely the ball. They did well in training this week, no doubt. Scored about 4 goals in a little test match organized some days ago. Hopefully he can replicate that here, especially as Coach Tony Pulis has repaid that with confidence in him. That goes him. No way he doesn't get to the ball first. That's the captain of the side, Lau Sabiremi, who stops David Kolawole Daniel there. The goals are certainly needed. Not in short of the goals. A riot act has been read out to the coaches and the players to ensure they get things done on the pitch, just as work is going off the pitch as well. The VFC management working tirelessly, toothlessly, to ensure that the brand is enlarged. Oko would distribute now. The flag's up. Well, it'll be good to see how the players do react and the coach reacts to this one goal that has already struck so far. Surely not the expectation. We should check out what the fans are saying right now. Let us know what you think. And from your own point of view, where do you think should be covered? Well, it's covered nicely, Uko. Sent out. You don't take chances like that in your 18. Especially if you know your opponent has struck once from a loose ball. Approaches 27 minutes now. The VFC looking for their first goal. Jamu was looking for Amos Okoro. They didn't find him. Well, Stores are not taking things easy here. I trust the Lions should also wake up to that. And it's not going to be an easy ride here. Samuel Eto'o was to get to that one, but Alausa Bidemi was first to get to it. Sent it to goalkeeper Idris, who sent it out. Jamu. Oko sends it all the way back. Paul Emenike. Akere Samuel was there. Didn't get the height to it. Lolo. Samuel Eto'o passes to his opponent. And there goes Said Obisheson. Was that a good pass? Yes, it did. It got to Amos Okoro eventually. He's brought down after his turns. And there goes a Stores run. Jersey number 10 there. He goes down. The referee says play on. What a shot there. He hits the crossbar. Stores with a pressing moment there. Dominic played his part at some point. Insisted he has not touched the incoming forward there. The referee did well to say play on. And there Stores went with the last kick of that second. Almost get it at the back of the net. Hits the upright. And Emenike was already beaten. Kiki, surely the Stores side are not here to play today.
Yes, that goal has really spurred them to saying, look, we can attack more, we can carry out counter and actually beat the defense of this side. I think VFC defense, they still have a lot of space to cover up in the area, especially when they have a dangerous man from the opponent right in their own area. This action of just waiting for the opponent to get to you before you make a counter should be stopped. I think the defenders should note that even if the ball is not headed towards them, they should quickly run into the middle of the area to cover up and fill up those space. But for that shot from the stationary Stores man that hit the bar, I think that should have been a goal again considered by the Lions, but that did not happen, and so it's a warning for them. They have to be careful.
Surely have to be careful. And need to be full of care, if you like, to get those goals at the back of the net. Nothing short will be acceptable, I do know. Saeed. Play on, so says the referee. It's a free kick now, incidentally, to Vandreza FC. Doesn't look so good. Saeed Obiseson removes his boots. And there's a call for the medics to come. Let's take a look at that again. Both players getting down. The Stores captain Bidemi and Saeed in a clash there.
I beg, do well, I beg. Put your mind for the game, I beg.
Some officials of the Stores side you can hear. Well, the medics are on the pitch, but I'm not sure the players are ready to get off the pitch just yet. The referee had pointed for a free kick going to Van Driessen FC. Well, Coach Tony Bolos sure was not expecting it to be all rosy when he got the job to coach the VFC side. It's the NNL. Teams are very desperate. It's the second half of the league, so you expect that it's going to get tougher. No doubt, Kiki.
Really, really tough, especially as teams are battling, to stay and remain in the NNL, try to escape relegation. Some teams are also pushing for, the top two positions, which will qualify for the Super 8 and a playoff for the NPFL ticket at the end of the day. And so it's really, really a time of so much intense, of so much vigor, strength, confidence, and putting in all possible support from left, right, center to ensure that you achieve your mark. For VFC right now, of course, the goal should be getting all the goals, staying in the league, and even pushing further to claim that top two spot, because it's 8 games. 8 games the whole lot, George. If you look at how competitive that table is, it's highly competitive. Just 2, 3, 4 points between all of the sides.
And there goes a free kick. David Mag takes that one. Didn't trouble the goalkeeper, went straight to his hands. No one there to rebound, unfortunately. But that's a well-taken one. Not so much power on it, but the concept was very much welcome. 34 minutes of action as Stores hosts Van Driessen FC in match day 14. The Lions are a goal down. It's not as easy as envisaged. They need to come back in this one and push on for a win. Still very, very possible, very evident, going by the stats of the game. Possession has gone the way of VFC overall. But the only goal of this game has come from Stores FC. They have a corner right now. It's taken, and it's Kenny Samuel who is looking for the ball. The ball has been sent back now. Uko will take it away. The ball now, Amos Okoro. Throw in. Well, hopefully the VFC side will not coming into this game feeling overconfident, and knowing that he beat them by 2 goals in the first leg. Edo has to make the run for that one. He doesn't keep it in. Quite unfortunate. It's now advantage Stores FC. But Kiki, 10 more minutes in this half. What's missing in the VFC side, to try and get this goals?
Well, the lesson starts with, first of all, the defense putting in much more. Of course, that's a slogan also of the Lions. Putting much more than the ordinary, call it extraordinary, to contain the stationary Stores players. And of course, Amos Okoro is doing so well from the left wing, and that is a wing that the stationary Stores have said, look, the fear of Amos Okoro is the beginning of wisdom. They've been able to try to, counter him properly around that area. And so the attack too also, we want to see more urgency in that attack. Kolawole Dalel is not doing badly, but compared to the last game, of course, away here against Shooting Stars, Samuel Ekere, Somto and all of that. Well, I expect Somto to come on to boost that attack, you know, in the second half. So far so good. Kolawole Daniel, he should be fed properly from the attackers so that he can take his chances. Amos Okoro also doing so well. Kudos to the midfield, Saheed, Uko. They've also been able to contain the area properly and, you know, manage it in you know, very, very strange situations and very, very dangerous situations. And so it's all for VFC now to get the goals and bounce back in this game to get all 3 points.
Well, when you know that Stores have only amassed 10 points in this whole season, and so are not likely favourites to even beat the drop. We are bottom of the table, the least fancied team in the group. Ordinarily should be the Whipping Boys, but they are 1 goal ahead of VFC, who now have a more difficult task. Placed up nicely there by Lolo. Saeed Obisha's on there. Oko has a man behind him. Saeed also did have. Now there's David Mack. Sends it to Samuel Edoho. And it's collected. Edoho stops that one there. Certainly crazy times as we approach the final 8 minutes of this half. Stores would go again. The VFC defense have to be very careful. The home side on something extra today. Not the same side that was played on the 27th of March. Clearly a different side. We hear the Store side have biffed up their squad as well. So that could be responsible for probably the sort of ginger you see from this traditional side. Jamiu Suleiman failed to get his legs on that ball, and he's been bitten, and it Stores now. Ekerete Odom would slow things down. Well, that was quite preposterous from Jamiu. Now there goes Kerry Samuel. It's stopped there by the captain. But Daniel Kolawole was already going far left. Would have taken him some time to cut back in as well. Probably he should centralize and get, you know, the balls get to him in the middle. But cutting in again has always seemed a problem for him. And even Amos Okoro, just to get it back there, has been difficult for them.
But George, I do not really blame him for this particular encounter, because we saw Amos Okoro also coming from the midfield, running directly into, you know, the center around the area, you know, so getting through to Kolawole Daniel. Of course, I expected that, assuming that ball had gotten through to Kolawole Daniel, probably cutting in, just like you said, would have been a problem. But Amos Okoro then would have been able to run into, you know, the area to connect possibly a pass from Kolawole Daniel. And so a little switch is allowed sometimes, George.
All right, that was a pass, but Very powerful it was from Samuel Edoho. Kolawole Daniel couldn't get to it. David Mack now. It's a Kerry Samuel who's there. That would have been his moment of history. Scoring his first goal for VFC. He trapped the ball. Well controlled, but he only controlled it for his opponents. And here goes one of his opponents now. Jersey number 9 is well stopped by Kerete Odom. He certainly has a man mounted to beat. And Kerete Odom is the culprit. It goes the way of Stores. Seems to be protesting that he didn't do anything. It was well stopped anyway. Odom knew he had to stop his man to hear stories that touch the heart.
And he avoided that particular situation. Good one there by the tall man. Even though he committed a foul, but at least it happened outside of the area, and it's now time for them to build a strong wall around the area and in the area to ensure that this particular free kick just from the side does not get past Paul Emenike in goal post.
Well, here goes Stores now. Free kick taken. And it's wasted. Goes wide. 53rd minute mark we are on now. We'll quickly take a look at some of your comments so far. Let's find out where some of you are watching from. A little protest there about that decision. It goes the way of Stores. Chibike Prosper is watching from Port Harcourt. Zaid Sadiki from UK, thank you very much. Celestine Diong is saying hello from Ikorekpene. Victor John is watching from Lokoja. Lasso Jats from River State. Stores dancing around the area of VFC there. Collected, but not completely because it's gone the way of Stores throwing now. Few seconds to 45 minutes. All Stars is watching from Rabat and says hello. Built-in Boo is watching from Finland. Thanks a lot for joining us. Onasonye Emmanuel Peki from Ekolobia, Anambra State. Ball is sent in. It's cleared out by Kerete Odom there. And it's still there. Lots of blue and white shirts sent out. Kolawole Daniel is all alone. He also has Amos Okoro here. It could just be that last bit of action we're expecting here. It's brought down. A card might accompany that. But once again, VFC have another opportunity in a free kick. They've had more free kicks than the opponents today. Yes, the referee brandishes his another yellow card now. We'll check the stats very shortly to see how many have dropped. So Amos Okoro has won VFC a free kick. Well, David Mack has taken 3 of that already. And right now he doesn't even bother going close to it. It seems like he would not be the chosen one to take this one at this time. There's Christopher Lolo. Saeed Obishezon. While Amos Okoro walks away. A different free kick taker this time. Udome Kerete is up front. Waiting for the head. Shows it will be indirect. But it could be direct as well. Sahid goes directly. But a very soft one. Didn't look like he was intending to score from there. Probably hoping his teammates would latch onto that and slip it in. 2 minutes of additional time. One of those 2 minutes has been seen off already as Stores regain possession now. They dance around the 18 of VFC once again, but Samuel Eto'o will not allow that dance continue. Lolo to Saheed now. Saheed finds Okoro. Doesn't get to him. It's cleared out by the Stores captain. Allows Sabidemi. Quite well. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The referee has sounded the whistle for halftime. And both teams would have to go to the dressing room and re-strategize. VFC, as usual, have had one or two openings. Well, Amos Okoro coming the closest. The lone man up front, the bull, Kolawole Daniel, makes his way back into the squad, but is yet to have an attempted goal. At some point, Ekerete Udom, the tallest man on the pitch, was called a question. Eventually, Stores got the opening goal, and it was from a rebound after Paul Emedike had punched out the ball following some action after a quarter kick. Christopher Lolo is the captain of the day, and he will walk his players off the pitch to resume for another 45 minutes where the fans expect that it would be goals galore for VFC. The officials have done well, not so badly, and they would also go to resume in second 45. I hope KK agrees with officiating.
Yeah, officiating has been fair. It's a Lagos derby, so I did not expect anything less, and truly they have lived up to expectation. You know, it's home away from home for both sides. But at the end of the day, we get to see who is the king of the pitch for this particular match day here at the Agege Stadium. Kudos to the two sides. Now the second half will be the decider.
Surely the decider, but Stores have done themselves some good by getting a first goal in the first half, and so the coach will be smiling and might be doing a lot of defending, while VFC have to find a way to do the scoring in the second 45. Whatever it is, we'll be back here to bring it straight to your ears and your eyes wherever you're watching us from. It finished at halftime at the Soccer Temple Agege, home ground of Stores FC. It's Stores 1, VFC 0.
and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Vandresa. We are Vandresa. We are lions of Niger. We are Vandresa. We are Vandresa. We are lions of Niger. Well, 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 well. Through the storm and through the rain, we have come, we will prevail. Let your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are Vandresa. We are Vandresa. We are lions of Niger. We are Vandresa. We are Vandresa. We are lions of Niger. Vandresa, 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 Vandresa. We are Vandresa. We are Vandresa. We are lions of Niger. We are Vandresa. We are Vandresa. We are lions of Niger.
Do you know you can make money as a Vandresa FC supporter? Yes! Just sign up and start earning. Step 1. Visit store.vandresafc.com. Click on Refer and Earn. Step 2. Fill in your details and register, or log in if you have an account already. And Step 3. Copy your referral URL. Share to your friends and start making money. You get a flat rate of 1,000 Naira credited to your bank account per jersey purchased via your referral link. What are you waiting for? Hurry now.
Introducing the Vandresa FC mobile app. Get latest updates, fixtures, player profiles, and live stream our games in one touch. It's your one-stop handy place to follow everything Vandresa. Vandresa FC mobile app is available both on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Now, you can take Vandresa FC wherever you go. Vandresa FC won't walk that road without you.
Well, 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 well. Well, 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 road without you. We are strong when we are one. We will run and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Vendresa. We are Vendresa. We are lions of Niger. We are Vendresa. We are Vendresa. We are lions of Niger. Well, 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 well. Through the storm and through the rain, we have come, we will prevail. Let your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are Vendresa. We are Vendresa. We are lions of Niger. We are Vendresa. We are Vendresa. We are lions of Niger. Vendresa, 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 Vendresa. We are Vendresa. We are Vendresa. We are lions of Niger. We are Vendresa. We are Vendresa. We are lions of Niger.
Do you know you can make money as a Vendresa FC supporter? Yes! Just sign up and start earning. Step 1. Visit store.vendresafc.com. Click on Refer and Earn. Step 2. Fill in your details and register. Or log in if you have an account already. And Step 3. Copy your referral URL. Share to your friends and start making money. You get a flat rate of 1,000 Naira credited to your bank account per jersey purchased via your referral link. What are you waiting for? Hurry now.
For the second 45 of this game. Well, halftime produced some interesting starts, no doubt. At the end of the day, one thing counted the most is the 1-0 scoreline in favor of the home side. Stores FC, formerly called the Stationary Stores, one of the most successful football teams in Nigeria. And once again, it's innovation versus tradition. Coach Tony Bullis has had a very big talking to his players in the dressing room. And I can't just imagine what he's saying to the boys. We need to win this game. All right, you did it before against his side. It can be done again. Well, we're here for the second 45. I'm George Essien, Mighty George, and Ekikere Odofia. Kiki is also here as well. Well, Kiki, put yourself in the position of Tony Bullis. What would you have told the players?
No time to waste though. 45 minutes appear long, but right from the blast of the second half, as we have just seen, take your chances. And of course, rooting for him to bring on, Somto Chukwu to replace Kolawole Daniel in attack. Evo Junior, of course, super sub, Sambalicious Evo should come on also in this game. But at the end of the day, all of the players, the midfielders, look, long range shots now, we need it. You do not need to break in through into the 18-yard box of the opponent to get your goals. Wherever you find yourself, whatever position around the area, take your chances and get us this win.
Coach Kiki, and your birthday celebration is at stake as well. They must win for you and for the fans as well. Speaking of which, Kiki, I expected it'll be a lot of shouts and chants by the fans and social media. We'll check that out shortly. Let's quickly check Twitter and what you're saying there. The first highlight of the second 45 goes thus. It's a corner kick already. No changes made yet by either side. Coach Bullis of VFC still keeping faith with the team that started the game. And Coach Lawal Shakiru, who was the coach when VFC were 2-0 victors over Stores. Things are a lot different now as we see Evo Junior there stepping out. Somto Chukwu would also be joining him in the warm-up lines. An indication that Bolos might be making his changes very shortly. The Kirito Dome there. Collects it. Nicely done. Keeps going forward. Good call there. Kerry Samuel beats a leg there. David Mack. Lolo. Samuel Edo. Kolawole Daniel couldn't find a way the other side, went this way. And Kerry Samuel still in possession. Daniel. Zahid. David Mack. He successfully bit his man. Who does he find now? There's an opportunity. Lolo! There were blue shirts just around there, but it went somehow found its way to Christopher Lolo, who decided to just lead by example, but he was inches wide from the post.
Now that's what I'm talking about. You called me Coach Kiki, and you've seen that so far my predictions have gone correctly. They had a lot of blue people around the area, the Lions there, but of course they were looking for the man who was rightly positioned, and it was really good for them controlling those chain of passes by the Lions. And at the end of the day, Lolo had his chance. He took it. Well, not bad, because he could have gone anywhere, but he was rightly positioned and he had his chance. And this is what we want to see, more of this. If you cannot get your chance from the 18-yard box, try to take it outside, from outside of the area targeted at the post.
Well, Well, the fans are not smiling on Facebook. Of course, reacting to that first half. And that was somehow Stores just found themselves at the end of the ball, and Paul Emenike was definitely rightly positioned. Not sure how Ekerete Udom was left chasing the ball. That's another big question that Coach Bullis has to answer. How the players, defenders especially, found themselves chasing the ball and have an opponent already on the ball. Well, VFC is still safe. It's still 1-0. Well, if you describe a 1-0 scoreline as being safe, well, you could be right, because it takes only a second to cancel out that scoreline. There goes Stores. That player is played onside. There goes Saeed now. The referee stops playing. He had already signaled play on. Doesn't look like he'll be awarding a free kick. Just only insisting that the medics should come and attend to the young man who's stayed there for quite some time. It's the jersey number 10 for Stores, Prince Yoko Ikegbu. It's been a busy man, especially in the first 45 minutes. Well, he gets up. No worries for Coach Lawal Shakiru, who will be impressed with his boys. Don't forget, you can become an official member of Vandresa FC by logging on to vandresafc.com and register. Certainly a fan-centric club, and no doubt a lot is going on the pitch to ensure that the players definitely get the same rhyme and reason. Oko Aniete sent that one in. It didn't get to a VFC player. David Mack out of play now. 51 minutes gone. Stores FC 1, VFC 0.
Well, 39 minutes to go. And it's a whole lot of time.
I don't understand this, your laugh.
Yes, you know it's my birthday, George. Don't forget.
Is that an excitement laugh or a warning laugh?
No, it's actually a laugh of positivity.
Okay.
It's not over until the last minute. Until the 90th minute. It's a funny laugh because, of course, nobody who starts race now go finish and well.
Amen.
So we wait.
Well, in case you're listening and you don't understand that, it's the Nigerian saying that he who laughs best, and the race is not for the swift, but for the steady. Kolawole Daniel. That was quite unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Kolawole Daniel there was trying to find a man, but didn't get to anyone. There he goes again. There's a handball there spotted. Coach Bullis not excited at that one. It's the captain of the side, Christopher Lolo, who gets a hand to it. Well, Kolawole Daniel has had his first 45 plus another 7 minutes. Has he impressed you so far?
Well, my own definition of impression for this particular game is getting the goals. So based on that, no for me. And it's time for him to get back to the bench, and we need a replacement in that attack, precisely the position of Kolawole Daniel. So based on getting the goals, it's a no from me.
Well, KK hands Kolawole a no right now, but let's see if he can surprise her. Ball doesn't get to him. It's cleared out. It's a dome. Edoho. Jamiu. Zahid there. Jamu gets to it. And two blue shirts there couldn't get to it. The Store side keeping their defense very watertight. They're believing now that they can do things. Nice defensive work. Coach Paulus wears something, but definitely not a smile on his face. VFC need to be taking advantage of this set pieces. Stores fighting like very desperate teams. They are bottom on the table. Well, a win today would still keep them at the bottom of the table, surely, but it will be a very big boost of confidence, especially if they get their pound of flesh, something that I'm sure the players must be warned about, VFC players that is. Talking about the players we might be seeing our first set of substitutions in this game. Lawrence Effiong warms up. Kerry Samuel there. Lolo lifts it for him. Kerry still goes. He's brought down. The referee signals play on. But he would take some time to attend to the young man. One of the three players that made it back to the starting 11 from last week. Three new players, that is. The young man and Kerry Samuel there, brought down quite cheekily. Referee says play on. 56 minutes gone. The weather's changing. Temperatures dropped to about 27 degrees right now. Well, if the rain comes, the ball gets on the floor. And there we go. Lolo now sends it to Sauletoho. Something can happen here. Some bit of magic. And that's Kerry Samuel. The ball shouldn't get that wide except as in the deflection. But it was his feet who takes it so wide beyond the reach of anyone. And that is not the way to strike if you need to get back in this game. Nice try anyway for the young man, Kerry Samuel. Many of such chances should be taken. Kiki, I did remember you talked about the chance also taken by Lolo. Kerry Samuel had one quite closer, but it went wide.
I would say kudos to Samuel Edo for that beautiful cross. You know, it set up that man Samuel Akere, but at the end of the day, he did get the ball to the back of the net. So this is a positivity. Yes, I made that laugh earlier on, and this is just one of the results of such. And so hopefully, before the end of the game, we will have more of these chances, and then getting a direct hit at it at the end of the day.
.58 minutes gone. VFC still trailing. Now it was Amos Okoro who took a hit. The referee said nothing about it. The AR1 was there when that happened, but doesn't raise a flag. Well, it's time for Christopher Lolo to take his leave from this game. The first substitution for the game is coming from Coach Tony Bullis' bench. And it's Lawrence Effiong who will step in. Has some amazing runs. The young man would also fancy a chance at going for goal. I mean, it should be about goals, looking for those goals now. He gets his first touch and a quick one there to Amos Okoro. Didn't get to him. It's Kolawole Danu who was running to it. Edoho now. Jamu. Just as the substitution is made, stationary stores are hitting things up as well. We expect that the final 30 minutes of this game will be end-to-end. It clocks 60 minutes in a short while. And there goes Lawrence Effiong, couldn't get to it. Udom. Jamu there. Paul Emenike handles very well. It's sent out now. The Bull. Not sure why the goalkeeper there is palming that and lying on the floor, on the turf rather. Well, it's not been an ill-tempered game. Well, there's a flag up, not sure why. Well, the ref had already blown advantage. It's Stores FC who, or rather VFC, will get that advantage now. Jamu, as the clouds thicken right here in Agege. And there goes the Bull himself. Sends it all the way back. His job, though, is to make sure he sends it to the opponent's net. Let's hope he does that sometime in this game. Stores in control now. VFC need to get back control and walk themselves up to an equalizer in this game. Referee says play on there. Stores will go. Sent in. Paul Emenike is equal to the task. Well, the clouds are changing right here, Kiki.
Showers of blessing, you want to say?
Okay, so maybe the Lions will operate more under the rain. Operate better. But so far, not a lousy performance from the Lions. Ensuring, first of all, that lightning doesn't strike twice on this pitch today. In addition to trying to get the goals, Jamu Suleiman now sends it. There's Lawrence Effiong there. There's Amos Okoro. The defense of Stores not allowing that to happen. Saeed. Amos runs in between his man. Does he get to it? It's cleared to safety by the Stores side. 62 minutes gone. Still the Lions trailing. Not what the fans are expecting. But Kiki is helpful, though she will get a good birthday gift today. Well, let's see how far that goes. It goes all the way to Ekerete Udom now. That was a clumsy one there. And Udom has an opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 2-0. 2-0 the scoreline. Stores FC have done the unthinkable in 63 minutes of this game. They have scored 2 goals, and they have never done this before in the league. And they do it right here in the Lagos Derby. It's the same scoreline that VFC handed down to them back then in match 27. Stores 2, VFC 0, Kiki.
So sad, too sad. but I will still make my laugh of positivity. Well, I would not want to say that that little slip by Anetioko in the midfield area, being dispossessed of the ball, by that Stores man, is entirely his fault, because at this point now, it takes my mind back to where Coach Tony Bolus had to pull off Lolo and bring on Lawrence Effiong, to boost the attack. So leaving just a two-man, at the center will be Anetioko and of course Sahid. Well, it is what it is, but unfortunately the deed is done. Udo Mekerete, he tried to push forward, to cover up, he showed his athletic prowess, to trying to mark that man from behind when he saw that Uko lost the ball from the midfield. But unfortunately, that man beat him to it. And interestingly, he was the only one going after that man. Where were the other defenders? Well, it is 2 goals. Payback time for Stores, but never say never. 26 minutes thereabout is still a whole lot of time to get 2 goals and even go on to win.
Well, it's certainly a whole lot of time. But not quite sure that the fans are impressed. Well, our YouTube channel is where most of our fans are watching the game right now. Well, the bench of VFC expecting more from the players. That's Amos there. Could be the first opportunity. It might be a goal now. Look at that. It's sent all the way back. Not sure why. And look at that. It seems just a lucky day for the Store side. Well, the clouds are changing. It is looking very, very increasingly difficult to continue this match. Just to let you know, our weather report indicates that it will start showering in any moment now. Well, Kiki calls it showers of blessings. Let's find out if the referee will insist the game will continue in this conditions. 24 minutes left. 24 minutes for the Lions to ensure that match day 14 does not end in a defeat. Saeed sends it in. There goes Kerry Samuel. Anxiety on the bench of VFC. You could hear the sound of the storm there. Ekerete. Kerry Samuel. It's cleared. "67 minutes of action right here at the Soccer Temple, the shared home ground of Stores FC. Lawrence Effiong and Kerry Samuel. That's the first goal for VFC. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kolawole Daniel who gets to the end of it. The game is coming back alive for the Lions. 68th minute goal. And Kolawole Daniel gets his second goal of the season. It was a long time coming. Kerry Samuel was the man who swung it in. David Mack got to the end of it, and then it was Kolawole Daniel who did the job just after a stationary source player failed to clear that one out. And that is what we're talking about right here. It's 2-1. Game getting back to life. The deficit has been caught. And now it's just to put the ball at the back of the net. More than that, maybe more than once. And a 3-2 scoreline is very possible in this game.
Very possible. We saw it against Giant Pillars. It was the same, almost the same scenario, and the Lions came back to win it. But good one there. Now, this is what you get when you are rightly positioned at the right time. You know, right there in the center of the 18-yard box. Kolawole Daniel. Now I can say yes, he has impressed me. You know, I would take back my no, because time has changed.
I mean, it was your opinion, and if you say he wasn't impressive, you know, earlier on, and that's certainly right. He probably heard you and stepped up, you know, his bit.
Coach Kiki.
All right, consider taking a coaching course shortly. All right. As the weather calms down, the Lions begin to roar. Looks like their mojo has come back on. The stationary stores certainly didn't know what hit them. It was quite confusing for them how that goal came in from Kolawole Daniel. Well, the bench will be looking for that and more. The throw-in will be taken. It's David Mack. Well, it's Oko, the captain, steadies that one down. The attack of VFC would be very confident right now that they can get this job done. There goes Kerry Samuel's trying to find an opener right now. Samuel Doho needs to calm it down. And there goes, father is who they call him, Lawrence Afyong, the substitute. Ball is still there. Look at Anyete Oko. Oh no, it's missed by Lawrence Afyong. Edoho there. There's a chance for a header. There's a chance to slot it in now. But it's taken away by the store side. They're leaving no chance, no stone unturned, not giving VFC any breathing space as they go again now. Can Edo get to hit? Well, it is a corner kick in favor of the Lions. 71 minutes, still a lot of time. 19 minutes to get 2 goals and get all 3 points in this encounter and silence the critics and get the league back on track for this Lions. Samto Chukwu has come to beef up the attack. Hopefully he comes to join Kolawole Daniel, because Kiki will not subscribe to getting Kolawole Daniel off. A 2-man attack is a lot better than having 1 man. But this time it's Amos Okoro who plays no more part in this. But let's see how the substitution's going to walk. Now, sent in. Ladies and gentlemen, the goal is disallowed. The goal is disallowed. We need to see that again. How did that happen? Looks like an infringement right there. Samto Chukwu, who just came in, got himself on the ball. Lovely header. I'm not sure why that goal will be disallowed. Definitely not sure. That is quite unacceptable, Kiki. Except you're seeing what I'm not seeing. Now let's look at this again. Let's look at this again. Very quickly. Samto Chukwu goes and he scores. So what could be the problem there?
What could be the problem? I saw the goalkeeper for Storms.
Let me laugh like you now.
Yes, I saw the goalkeeper for Storms pointing at when father Lawrence Effiong, came towards him, and I wonder why that. I was looking at the assistant referee if, of course, his flag was up, but nothing of such. It wasn't up. So I wonder why the central referee would disallow that goal. Now I will still have that my laugh of positivity. George, this is what we expected. This is what it should be, and good kudos to the Lions of Nigeria. We have to give it to them at this particular point in time, because they have said we were 2 goals down, but we are not giving up. And we have seen the last 10 minutes superb from them. We need to question why the center referee disallowed that goal. Beautiful, Samuel.
Let it be known right here that a goal has been disallowed, and for no just cause, if you ask us. Samto Chukwu getting ahead to it. There was no flag up, only for Samto Chukwu to get that goal in, and the referee had to signal about an infringement or whatever. Well, the rains have started coming down. 74 minutes, 15 minutes left. Well, 15 minutes and some seconds left for this game, where VFC have dominated the entirety of last 10 minutes at least. We'll look at that again. We'll look at that lovely pass earlier on by Kerry Samuel. Get into a Samuel Edoho strike. Oh, now we see some time waiting antics, right?
They are home, George.
I mean, the goalkeeper, he wasn't even forced to make a save because the ball went wide, and he just laid on the ground, and the next thing he needs someone to attend to him.
Well, they are at home, George. It's advantageous for them, yes.
Oh, so at home, so they can waste time as they like.
Well, of course, no matter the number of minutes you waste, at the end of the day, we'll see additional minutes as the referees deem fit. So we'll wait to see. But George, I question why that goal was disallowed. Maybe we'll take a look again at the referee's book, to see where there was an infringement there, or something.
We really don't need to. We have the VAR right here, which is the replace that we have the first of such technologies in Nigeria. So we have seen right here there was no problem with that goal, and so it's very baffling why that wasn't given. Paul Emenike to the rescue there. Samto Chukwu is beaten. Samto Chukwu making an instant impact, and the referee denying him that opportunity to celebrate as well. But there he goes again, this time with his feet. Does he find anyone? There was a Kerry Samuel there. There was also Lawrence Effiong. Seems to be having a switch in those wings now. Samto Chukwu playing the role of a winger, taking over from Amos Okoro, certainly with a knack for scoring goals. The game getting more and more intense, and we keep asking over and over again why that goal was disallowed.
I'm bothered, George, because I do not want a case where VFC will now have to come out to say, is this a gang up against us? Don't forget their disallowed goal against Dynamite Force, at the start of the second stanza. Now this is the second in 3 matches, a big question to officiating, and I hope that the integrity of these referees will not be brought to question, especially as we build to the end of the season. Every team is trying to take their chance. Every team is trying to ensure that they get all 3 points, and so we do not need any form of biased officiating at this point.
We take a look at that again.
Yes, let's take a look at it.
Effiong was on the same line with that defender there. Surely was on the same line with that defender. As the player gets attended to right now. Well, we could look at that over and over again, and there's no way that Lawrence Effiong was offside right there.
Exactly.
Certainly no way he was offside. You did talk about a gang up. We want to forget about all that happened in the first half of the season.
This is the second half.
This is the second half of the season, so it'll be great to even start it from Iyamo, where of course that goal was disallowed, and now this one as well. Well, it's a good thing, and that's why we have the need to ensure that all matches were streamed live and that the whole world could see what is going on right here. A disallowed goal. VFC with a very clean goal there. A goal that should stand. As the weather gets back to normal. 78 minutes. Sent in there. The bench of Stores and the bench of VFC strategizing. Trying to ensure that they all get that. Lawrence Effiong, it's a second goal, and surely this one will not be disallowed. Surely this will not be disallowed. Lawrence Effiong, the substitute, gets his first competitive goal for VFC. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 2-2 the scoreline. The Lions will celebrate because they had a goal disallowed, and this is worthy of celebration. And now the final 10 minutes of this game, Kiki, would be probably the most exciting 10 minutes. Who gets the winner? The Lions are back in this one. VFC definitely showing intent right there. Stores are also showing that intent by having a double substitution. That's right. Number 6 and number 19 coming in, and we're talking about yes, Nero Okay and Okpeyemi Ibrahim have come in for the Store side, and let's see what happens to them from there. But excellent, no doubt. An exciting 10 minutes we're to expect, Kiki.
Amazing, I must tell you. Wow, just wow. That man, Lawrence Effiong, towards the end of the first stanza of this season, I was wondering where was Lawrence Effiong. Prior to this game, we saw his prowess on match day 6 against Calabar Rovers, away from home. And now that man, he's back, fully fit, doing what he knows how to do best. Kudos to him. Amazing. But for that disallowed goal, it should have been 3-2 now in favor of the visitors for this particular encounter, the Lions of Niger. This is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, for me, whether they go on to win this game, talking of the Lions, even if this game ends in a draw, my day has been made. They have been justified. They have gotten the business right in the second half, especially in the last 15 minutes. Kudos, Lions of Niger. Beautiful.
Lawrence Effiong brought down there, and very vividly, we all saw him being brought down. I did tell you the final 10 minutes of this game will be the most exciting, and we're already seeing end-to-end stuff. 2-2 the scoreline. Stores FC with 2-0 up. But now that has been caught. The Lions will not be content with this 1 point, surely. They would go 4-3, and just one goal will do it. The question is when it will come. Samuel Eto'o will start that build-up now. It goes to Dome. Kerry Samuel. Back to Dome now. It's sent in. Finds Lawrence Effiong. Young man, quite skillful and quick with his feet there. David Mack gets the better of it. A free kick. What can they make of this one now? Who is proficient with the left? It's quickly taken by Said Obisheson, and then Samuel Eto'o now sends it back in. It's Stores who collects. And it's headed away. It's a Stores throw in now. Not a bad concept to take that one quickly, Saeed. VFC find themselves trying to claw back in this one. Udome Kirite collects nicely. That's a bit of confusion there. Desperate Stores. Surely desperate. And though it's sent in, Kolawole Daniel is there. It's cleared away. Intense action now. Saeed holds his own. But it's collected. Jamiu Suleiman must chase and must clear it. It goes the way of VFC. 7 more minutes. 7 more minutes. The clouds are still troubling. But they could spare us time to see off this game. David Mack at the end of it after don't miss that one. Stores would not relent. They hope to get their 3 points back after watching it taken away from them. And it could have been even more than that. If a goal was not disallowed. It's sent in now. It's Ado who's there. Samto Chuku is out back. Cleared away by Jamiu Suleiman. Stores will come back in it. Number 19 shirt, the substitute there. Surely looking for a goal. Jamiu now. Who's up front for him? Looks up there, tries to go on. Well, looked up being fouled, but he didn't go down. Instead, it's a throw into Stores. It's a Lagos derby. It's always tough, no doubt. And with 5 minutes to go, it's the same scoreline on both sides. That's jersey number 28 for the Stores now. Udome Kerete is there. Well, players will be hoping that your man are macked right there in the 18. Paul Emenike to the rescue. Well, Kiki. It looks like you should laugh more now. Okay, keep laughing, keep laughing. Keep that positive laugh coming up. Lawrence Effiong was there too. Okay, and now Samto Chuku. Samto is alone with the goalkeeper. What does he do? Samto Chuku, he goes down. The referee refuses to give a penalty. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. And it looks like he was given a leg there. That surely had to be a foul. But the referee would have none of that and insist that play must go on. We'll take a look at that again. That was the point. He got a kick. Surely was kicked. No two ways about that one. The goalkeeper didn't go for the ball at all. He went straight. And there's another opportunity. Kolawole Daniel. Game is collected. Get up, so says Bulus. Get up and play this game. 3 minutes to go. Udome Kerete gets his long legs to it. It's a nervous and nervy end-to-end final 3 minutes right here as Stores and VFC are locking it out in their second ever Lagos Derby clash. Second minute meeting between both sides. A free kick going the way of VFC. Could be the beginning of an onslaught. It's taken by Udome Kerete. There's Daniel there. Leaves it for Samto, who is back up now. Not sure why the referee has given that to Stores. It's sent in. The Kerete was there. It's cleared out. No room for nonsense. There goes the lemon-footed man. Lemon-booted man. Lawrence Effiong, he gets a free kick. Wins one for VFC. Well, keep the comments coming in. We should squeeze out some time, probably at full time, just before that, to read what you're saying on Twitter at Van Driessen FC. Look for us there. Now the ball goes in. It's collected. Ball still in play. Referee says play on. There's Samuel Eto'o there. Saeed Obisse's on. What does he do with it? Sends it in. There's Sumter there as well. The defense of Stores being resolute. A player goes down. Referee says play on. Unfortunately. And there goes Stores. No way. It can't be happening right here. It cannot be happening right here. It went from a disallowed goal to a goal. It went also from the referee jettisoning calls for penalty. Players brought down in the 18. To Ekerete Otum being the last man and beaten there. With 4 additional minutes, the Lions have certainly still come back in this one. And coach Tony Bullis must let them know that as the clock ticks. But who knows what Stores FC will be up to right now. Defending that goal is certainly what they'll be up to. What would Tony Bullis be up to? Ekerete Otum finds himself right there at the front, trying to atone for what happened just some seconds ago. This is David Mack. Lawrence Effiong still has something to prove. It's a corner kick. And yet another opportunity for VFC to bring things to level. 1 point is better than no point in this crucial stages of the NNL 2020-2021 season. There goes David Mack. And there's also Ekerete Otum. The header wasn't well directed. Three to the scoreline. It surely wasn't going to be a stroll in the pack for VFC, knowing that Stores are at the bottom of the table and are very desperate to get out from that bottom.
Well, especially that as this is the second stanza, they brought in a very few players to boost their squad, talking about stationary scores, and so expected. But for me, George, I would still say wow, just wow. What I have seen here in the last 15 minutes
from both sides have been amazing.
And then from the man at the center have been wow, just wow.
Well, the man at the center has faulted that singular decision to disallow Sumter Chukwu's goal has made me rate him below par in this game.
And then what about the call for penalty?
And the calls for penalties as well. That has certainly rated the referee for today very low. But VFC will want to get past that. Udome Ekerete is once again with this man, the number 9 shirt, who gave him troubles earlier on. A lot of trouble, if I may add. That Sumter Chukwu there was held. Referee finally gives advantage VFC. 93 minutes on the clock. It's only 1 minute to go. 1 minute to salvage 1 point. 1 for 1. All for 1. The Lions must do this. Together they move. And it looks like the Stores coach there has started telling his players what to do. And what he certainly is telling them is to lie down on the pitch. The referee wants none of that. He doesn't want that. Any treatment on the pitch. Asks them to go out. Well, this is the time wasting we're talking about. Well, the man laughs, so we see what's going on. Some clever work there. Well, VFC have a chance to silence the opponents right now. Sanwo-Edo would have done more to keep that ball in play, knowing that time is ticking, the clock is ticking. The final whistle will be like a spear to the heart of the fans. The referee already looking like he's got to do so right now. It's sent away for another throw-in. Not the best of presents for Kiki, as the final whistle is eventually blown. VFC have failed once again to win in the NNL in the second stanza of the league, and they have been beaten by the side that is bottom of the table. Well, no need to stress it, but it's definitely the reality that we stare at right now. Coach Tony Bulus is unsuccessful in his second game in charge. He changed the side from the game against 3SC. Sumter Chukwu this time started from the bench, and he was an instant impact because he scored a goal which was wrongfully disallowed. And see, this is why we do this live broadcast, all right, to make sure we expose some of the things that happen on the pitch that are not seen. Well, Stores would be excited that they have gotten all 3 points today, but somehow VFC were unfairly treated. Well, if you come to think of it, well, right after that disallowed goal, they did score that equalizer courtesy of Lawrence Effiong. Kiki, it's ended 3-2, and Stores are the ones celebrating right now.
Celebrating, but is it really worth celebrating? For me, this is Nigerian football at this point.
They took their pound of flesh, whether aided by referee or not.
Well, all of their goals have not been questioned. Truth be told, Stores have had all of their goals. Okay, no questions to their goals. Bets, why favor one side and unfavor the other side? For me, this is a Lagos derby. We've seen beautiful football for these two sides. So why was that goal disallowed? That is my question. Why was the call for penalty, not also given? So these are the two major problems for me in this particular game. In the first half, I had applauded the central referee. I talked about it. The central referee did a good job. But this second half, there are a lot of questions to be answered as per officiating in this particular game. Very unfortunate for the Lions of Niger. I mean, if myself, George, as a person, I would not be happy. For me, it happened against Dynamite Force. If I was to be Van Dresa, I saw a disallowed goal in Dynamite Force. It was all there for the world to see. I would not be happy. And now again in this game, of course, I am not a happy woman. But for me, this is victory for the Lions of Niger. They should hold their heads up high despite losing this game. They did their bit, especially in the second half. Kudos to Tony Bulus and Coach Yema Daniel Olariwaju.
That's right. And like I was saying, it's a reason we broadcast these games live. But what's a professional football game without it being broadcast to show some of the ills of our football? A disallowed goal, clearly disallowed, and also penalty calls disallowed by the referee as well. This definitely is preposterous. This is sad for Nigerian football, and we have seen it here once again that VFC have been unfairly treated by officiating. Whatever it is, It's the second stanza of the game. The team came back on a clean slate, decided to play football in Nigeria. But once again, we have seen that officiating in Nigeria is nothing near professional. But the Lions did put in their all, getting back that equalizer, only to get that one, of course, at the back of the net by the store side. Questions will be asked. Is this how professional football should be? We need to take a look at all those calls once again and show the world what is definitely happening right here in Nigerian football. Not something to be excited about, no doubt. Something that we must kick against. We must kick against bad officiating. We must certainly kick against unfair treatments. We must kick against the lack of fair play, which we are seeing right here. VFC match day 2, match day 14 in the Nigerian National League. There we go again. Somto Chukwu had a goal. It was Lawrence Effiong who was even just behind a defender right there. We certainly don't understand why this was not given as a very clear goal. Well, no one even seemed to object this one. But there we have it. A disallowed goal. A very clear goal. With the defender there just playing Lawrence Effiong onside. We'll take a look at it again from this side. It's David Mack with that corner kick, swung it in, and there was no way that any VFC player was offside in that one. Certainly no way. We can slow it down here a bit again. Just where David Mack takes this kick. Very funny indeed. And there we go with that call again. Somto Chukwu was given a leg. No doubt about that one. The goalkeeper didn't go for the ball. He instead decided to stop. Well, is this wrestling? Is this some kung fu, or what are we talking about? Somto Chukwu was brought down very evidently there by the goalkeeper. And this is the kind of things that we don't expect in professional football. No doubt. So we'll allow Nigerian football authorities and the fans be the judge of this one. But we certainly can show you this over and over again of what has happened in this game where Vandreza FC have been victims of poor officiating once again. Let's take a look at that one. Somto Chukwu. The goalkeeper not getting anywhere near the ball. His intention was to just make sure he brought Somto Chukwu down. And there we have it. Look at his legs. See his legs just there. Wrapping round Somto Chukwu. Look at it there. Didn't get to the ball. That was enough to bring a player down. And he rightly brought Somto Chukwu down. So unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Well, these and many other calls in, I'm sure lots of centers crying for justice. Nigerian football needs to change. Officiating needs to change. Well, just some weeks ago, the Ekiti State Football Association suspended indefinitely players, referees rather, from Ekiti State for reportedly receiving bribe during the NLO competition to the tune of up to 500,000 naira. Corruption eating deep into Nigerian football. It looks like right now the one thing we need to get in shape is the refereeing. there is no excuse for being biased. It's a choice. Bad officiating is certainly a choice, and that is what you need to decide. If you decide to be corrupt, you need to pay the fine and the penalty and the sanction for being corrupt, and that's what we had from the Ekiti State FA. Well, Van der Zee FC had also protested that disallowed goal in Yamo, expecting that a ruling will come out of that. It hasn't come out yet, unfortunately. Well, things like this are what the league body and the Nigerian authorities need to do to ensure that private investments, ensure that football teams will be excited to enroll for the league. There we go once again. Somto Chukwu coming in with that header. The referee insisted it was offside. One, two, three shots there. We're on the same line as Lawrence Affiong. Well, as Kiki tries to get to the interviews, the mix zone, to talk to the coaches there, we'll just keep taking a look at this. Let's quickly talk about, find out what you're saying right now. If you're on Facebook, we'll take your comments very quickly. What you think about that goal that was disallowed and some of the decisions by the referee in this game. We're still live on VFC TV. The broadcast still certainly on. We have this one coming in from Bilton. The Sugar says, nice. We also have Aribi Salah, who's disappointed that we lost by 3-2. But Aribi Salah, no doubt, we're right here talking about some decisions that were not supposed to happen. We're talking about some decisions that went the wrong way, which once again exposes the ills of Nigerian football. Lawrence Affiong was able to get an equalizer in that game. Well, the bench of both sides, they're definitely having issues. Well, unfortunately, stores have been able to get fans into the stadium. As you can see there on your screens, stationary stores have packed their fans into the stadium and are disallowing us from conducting traditional interviews with the coaches. Our cameras have picked up some of them who are quite overjoyed, and unfortunately, well, we would have that interview very shortly. But we take a look at those replays once again. Let's take a look at the replays of the goals. A hard-fought one here, but second game on the bounce, not a victory for VFC. How do you feel about this?
We're not feeling too good about the whole thing. We're 2 goals down and we fought to come back from 2-0. We came back. And, you know, there are some calls that needed to be cautioned and the referee refused to do that. It really cost us that loss. At this level, I feel... Hello?
So, you talked about the calls.
Yeah, we have 3 calls there that the ref was supposed to have picked. But no, you know, at this level of game, I don't expect this kind of thing could still happen here.
I mean, what does that tell you, though? Are you thinking that there's no end to this sort of poor officiating?
One day we'll get there. It will end one day. But the NNL are supposed to do something about this. We can't continue doing the same thing and expect to get the right thing. There should be a change in this.
Well, at the points that your team was got to equalize 2-2, what was going through your mind at that time?
Yeah, I still have the belief that we're still going to get the winning goal. But you know, the referee made us just to not to really get it right.
Well, I can imagine that you're not feeling so good at this point. Well, there are more matches to go, about 8 of them in this season. What will be the approach now after, you know?
In every game you play, we'll draw the positive thing out of it. We'll be able to draw the positive thing and the negative thing out of it. We'll be able to do corrections. We have some few lapses from our defenders, but we'll get around it.
What do you think about the Stores team, though? The first leg, you weren't in charge at that time. They were comfortably beaten by 2-0. Would you think that they were that outstanding, you know, to even slot in 2 goals before the Lions?
Yeah, we had a slow start. We had a slow start, and we could not just take our chances at the early stage, and we got punished.
What would you be doing ahead of the next game against Go Round? It's another home game right here at the Soccer Temple. And Go Round, of course, there's a history between these two sides. Well, started off as friends, and then later on, of course, we all know what happened in the second stanza.
Like I already told you, we've seen our lapses now, and we'll be able to work on it. We still have 5-6 days to work on that. We'll be able to correct our mistakes at the back there, and I'm promising the fans that they should just calm down, go round, the victory will start. And I believe when it starts coming, it will stop.
Well, we noticed that you decided to switch your strategy this time around. You talked about Kolawole Daniel started today's game, and then you brought in Somto Chukwu to replace Amos Okoro. Was that, you know?
Yeah, as a tactical thing, we have planned before now, and we put it to use, and at the end of the day, he gave us the required result that he expected.
Okay, we'll just go over this again, talking about what you think about the officiating in the NNL.
Like you can see, every other person that's on this pitch sees that there are so many calls the referee are supposed to call, and he just looked away. It's terrible when things like this happen. You don't spoil another person's job. You know, the officiating is supposed to be cautioned. I don't normally talk about officiating, but this is terrible. This is just too terrible.
Any way out of this sort of poor officiating?
Oof.
Can Nigeria get better officiating?
Definitely.
Do you think that we can get better?
We'll get better, but people need to get punished when things like this happen. People don't just mess up games and at the end of the day we let go. People need to get punished. People need to get punished.
All right, finally, your message to the fans who have been watching from all over and have been waiting for you to get your first 3 points. What would you have to say to them now?
I just have to say it's unfortunate we disappoint today, but we're really going to make them smile soon. I know it's going to come.
Coach Bulus, well, had luck. Wish you all the best in your next game. Thank you for talking with us.
Thank you.
Introducing the Vandreza FC mobile app. Get latest updates, fixtures, player profiles, and live stream our games in one touch. It's a one-stop handy place to follow everything Vandreza. Vandreza FC mobile app is available both on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Now, you can take Vandreza FC wherever you go. Vandreza FC won't walk that road without you.
We won't walk that road without you. We are strong when we are one. We will run and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Vandreza. We are Vandreza. We are live.
See, how did you manage to do this?
Well, as you can see, it's result of hard work. You can see we almost lost the game. My boys almost led the ball, but the game to go to a draw. But unfortunately for us, we were able to come back.
Well, some would think that, you're also aided by the referee.
Well,
With a goal disallowed and some calls there, penalty calls that were not given to VFC.
Well, since I've been, at some affair of stationary stores, I used to tell people, the media, I don't talk about referees. I don't talk about officiating. You can ask anywhere. I will never dampen into officiating or what the referee do during the game. All I will know is I'll just pick my mistakes and go back to home, go back to the drawing board and work on that. So talking about the goals that was disallowed, I think you can see there was an infringement up there before the guy went and knocked the ball. So if any other person talking about the referee that they go, it was a, kind of call for or something, I will say, well, that's to him. But to me, there was an infringement. So
the replays actually shows there was no infringement. But I'm sure you'd talk like this because your team is, ended up winning the game.
Well, what do you expect? What do you expect?
But we do know the issue of officiating in Nigeria. If you don't talk about it, if we don't expose it, how is it going to get better?
But talking about officiating, are you trying to tell me this game officiating is bad?
No, we're talking about just those calls. You could put 90% right, but if 10% is wrong, you know that it spoils the game, right?
Yeah, you can see a lot of, if I want to talk about officiating, there's a lot of technical support against my team. On support on the Vandreza team. You can see the one even from the first 15 minutes was giving a kind of free kick towards my goal. Lots of free kicks. That wasn't even a clear infringement. Yes.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm very, very sure. I saw, I was shouting from the side there. So if I don't want to talk about officiating, I said it.
All right. So First leg ended 2-0. Second leg 3-2. You must be excited that you've gotten your pound of flesh back.
Yeah, you can see if you watch the first leg very deeply, you can see that we lose a kind of scoring chances. My boys was wasteful. But today, glory be to God, we are able to convert our chances. All the chances that we were facing one-on-one. But the other time, the first leg, we were having one-on-one with the goalkeeper, which we were wasting. So that is why you can see, if not that we converted all the chances today, we'll be talking about same story.
Okay, before we go, I mean, these 3 points is certainly good for you, right?
Of course.
To lift yourself off the bottom of the table, which you still are now, but it's a stepping stone, right?
Of course.
Okay, and well, we wish you all the best as a fellow Lagos team. We wish you all the best in your, future games. Just the last word on what you think about what Van Dresa FC is doing. What do you think about Van Dresa FC as a team, the innovations, and now being based here in Lagos? What's your impression?
Yeah, I can see they are giving football in general. They are giving it a kind of face, which everybody wants to admire. You understand? Which everybody wants to be part of them. Can see the branding and everything. They are showing the match, telecasting the match online, which is very, very good for the team and for the players too.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much for talking with us, and we wish you all the best. All right.
We won't walk that road without you. We are strong when we are one. We will run and take our place. Let us rise and raise the flag. We are Van Dresa. We are Van Dresa. We are Lions of Nigeria. We are Van Dresa. We are Van Dresa. We are Lions of Nigeria. Well, 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 well. Through the storm and through the rain, we have come, we will prevail. Let your light now guide us through, for we need your help, oh God. We are Van Dresa. We are Van Dresa. We are Lions of Nigeria. We are Van Dresa. We are Van Dresa. We are Lions.
3-2. It ended with some help from bad officiating, if I may add. And that's the story of today, May 15, 2021, as Stores and VFC face out for only the second time in history. Kike, we need to say our bye-byes right now and thank all the viewers for watching. That's the first goal scored by Stores earlier on in the game, and then Said Obisi is on there having an opportunity. It was actually a Kerry Samuel, and there goes Kerry Samuel. He was close to it. looking for that opportunity. And VFC had more of that as well. Some of the highlights of the game we did see, and most importantly, we might be seeing right now that replay of a disallowed goal. Well, what can we say? Well, there we go. That was the goal that broke the camel's back. The final goal of the game. Ekerete Udom wasn't able to catch up with the number 9 man for Stores, Ihemekwe. And that was just as the game was running out. Kiki, well, it's very glaring here, and the whole world has seen how, well, we could applaud part of the officiating, but you don't expect to be given the pat on the back when you have messed up some very vital parts of that officiating as well. Talking about that from the center referee for today.
Well, so sad. It's a sad situation, a sorry situation for not even just the Nigerian National League in the country, but also the Nigerian League in general. Well, there's a clear difference, George, between human error and incompetence. That's the truth. It's not how far or how long, but how well. For this particular situation, I could remember at the start of the second half, we applauded the central referee for a good job in the first 45 minutes. I talked about it being a Lagos derby. This is going to be very entertaining. It really lived up to the expectation. But at some point in the game, towards the last quarter of the game, the whole tune of officiating changed. We saw the disallowed goal. I tried to watch the replay again. I had to go on YouTube just when we finished the commentaries doing the post-match conferences. I had to go on YouTube to actually watch again, what went wrong from that corner kick, where, of course, we did see a clear goal that went in from Somtochukwu. I saw when the goalkeeper for Stationary Stores signaled to Lawrence Effiong, to shift. He put his hand towards Lawrence Effiong, just in front of him. And so I was like, of course, that's normal. Doing set pieces.
There we see it again.
Yes. Let's look at it again. Look at that corner kick from David Mark. Taken smoothly. Now, why did the goalkeeper for the Stationary Stores raise his hands? There was no infringement there. There was no contact. There was no foul committed. Nothing. The AR, the assistant referee, did not also raise her flag, for any form of offside call, just per adventure. Maybe we might say it, and of course, but it's very clear for the world to see, George. This is really embarrassing. Why was that goal disallowed? I think the Nigerian National League Board should question the center referee for this game and ask and question why was that goal disallowed, because in the real sense, every league body should have a disciplinary committee. Of course, we have the match assessors, we have the referees assessors. I would want to see what, of course, if they make their report public to through the proper channels, I would want to see what the assessment of that goal is. The referee assessor, the match commissioner, I really want to know what they make of that goal. Let's not even talk about the penalty yet, the penalty call, because of course some persons will want to question that it was a soft call, but at the end of the day, goalkeeper for Stationary had contact.
Those were genuine calls as well.
So let's not even, because some persons may say that's a soft penalty, but what about the disallowed goal? Should it stand? There was no infringement, so why was it disallowed? These are some of the questions assessors, the referee assessors, the match commissioner should question. It's not a do or die affair for you to win games. It's even very sad that these are two brothers sharing same home ground. So it's not a case of I traveled from outside to come and play this game, or I traveled out to come and play this game. No.
All right, there you see that one there from Lawrence Effiong. A nice connecting pass from Obisheson Saheed, sending it to the substitute Lawrence Effiong, who slotted at the back of the net. The ball just missed the captain of Store's side by inches, and that was it. VFC was good as running away or making up for going down 2-0. and almost getting 1 point, getting out of the Stores home. Well, that's been the summary of what has happened here today as we continue our broadcasts. There goes Samto Chukwu in that clumsy challenge with the goalkeeper Idris Titiosho. Quite unfortunate, but this is why VFC insisted from the start of the season that they would broadcast all their matches, and that is what we have been doing from match day 1, exposing the Eels that got to match day 4 to Shogbo, and then that of Calabar and Go Round FC in a match that wasn't played. But at the end of the day, VFC had to just put everything aside. They had indeed secured victory for Nigerian football by making sure the league body told all the clubs to ensure they allow broadcast of their matches. Cameras don't play football. No need to be scared of that one. There goes the jersey number 9 again. Somehow you think that Ekereto Dome would have done better there?
Well, the truth is, even if he had put his leg to stop that, it would have still gone straight into the net, because at the point where he got very close to the ball, it had already crossed the line. Although an experienced defender probably
would have cleared that.
Yes, would have cleared that. But of course, you can. I do not blame them at this point. I do not blame either Jamil or Ekerete Odom at this point. Even though the lapses, this particular goal was caused as a result of lapses from the defense, but clearing it at that point was left for a very experienced defender to handle, and we know Ekerete is quite young, even though he has been very impressive for VFC this season. So it's for that clearance alone, I do not blame him, but I think the defense going forward should do more, especially if they hope to finish in a better position at the end of the Nigerian National League 2020-2021 season.
Surely saying no to bad officiating, say no to all the vices that might or that are hindering the progress of Nigerian football. But indeed, we say yes to good goals, no doubt. Well, once again, the defense of VFC was also caught napping. Somehow, you'd see that Jamu, was the man who was bitten by Ifeanyi Ihemekwe right there. Don't forget that Udoma Ekerete had also come out hoping to score a goal, to make amends for anything. But the referee finally sounded his whistle. Let's let you know the men who are the center of it all. 2 gentlemen or 3 gentlemen and 1 lady officiating today. They are referees from Oyo and Osun states. The center referee for the day was none other than a grade 1 referee. Obviously, not a FIFA badge referee like we had in some of VFC's games, especially the last games as well. Center referee was Alakiji Joel from Oyo State. The assistant referee Akonji Washu from Osun State. Alakiji Joel is actually from Osun, while Akonji Washu is from Oyo. Adefagbe Oluwatoyin is from Oyo. The reserve referee is Olailoye Samuel from Lagos. The match commissioner Yemi Lisa from Ondo State.
You said the center referee is from Osun?
Yes, the center referee is from Osun, while the AR1 is from Oyo State. The 2 assistant referees came in from Oyo State. And let's even talk about referees as well. And why is it that referees are the way they are in Nigeria? What seems to be the problem? A matter of choice, a matter of greed, a matter of unprofessionalism. We need to really analyze that, because it's not just in VFC centers. We hear about this going every time in Nigerian football for many years.
Well, George, in the real sense, let's cut this referee some slack, because I've been privileged to sit on that.
For instance, stealing, is a choice.
It's a choice.
Even though you might get so hungry and to the point of death, but if you decide to go steal, you know what will befall you when you're caught.
George, how many people can stay hungry even at the point of death? How many persons can actually say, okay, I will stand for the truth even to the point of death? Don't forget the situation in Nigeria. There is
okay,
hunger,
so it's a Nigerian
poverty.
factor.
It's a Nigerian factor. We see these things outside of the country, but it seems like it's getting worse by the day in Nigeria. Especially for our leagues, it seems to be getting worse. At some point they say yes, some private clubs or some clubs are crying foul because they're away from home and all of that. But in the real sense, take away human error, because of course at some point it's very clear for you to see a very honest mistake or a human error, because of course the referees look at it from the angle where they are.
Okay.
So there are different angles to all of this officiating. But at the end of the day, in a very clear case as this one tonight, George, there's no two ways about it. It was really biased.
All right, quite biased, and the referee, like it, would have to explain shortly later on. But we have to close up shop today and thank all of you for tuning in to watch our game. Don't forget, the next game is in 7 days' time against Go Round FC, and of course, Van Driessen FC would be at home. With just a hint there, just got the information. Referees are given indemnities of 45,000 per match. Now, if you're coming from your state, that's supposed to also cover your feeding and accommodation. 45k. So wherever you're coming from, if you're coming from Akwa Ibom, for instance, you still get 45k. And imagine that these referees don't get paid. We heard in a pre-match conference today, pre-match meeting, that the NNL had not sent the money to the referees yet. So, but aside that, you should know what you're getting into. If you're an NNL referee or NPFL referee, you're not being paid, or the money doesn't come as it went to you. You either choose to just step out of it and not be party to any sort of, issues or corruption.
George,
that's what I just think. Well, you're appointed for a game and you're not given the money. It's better you don't go. You tell them, please, I cannot go for this match with my money because you haven't paid me.
But George, don't forget they're under a body, the Nigerian Referees Association.
Who tell them go ahead? Do they give them the money to go?
Well, it's left for the league to do that.
Okay, so
there's so many lapses, George, from the foundation. It's been something that has eaten deep into Nigerian football over the years. Finance issues, incompetence.
Taking money, and from now we're not saying that this has happened.
Yes,
all right.
Yes, we're not saying that.
We're not saying this has happened, but that's been a big worry and a big question. We've heard stories about referees who have built houses. We heard stories about clubs buying cars for referees and building houses, paying their children's school fees. It can come as a
free gift.
Now, so if you're taking money for that, it's corruption. It's crime. If you're taking money to influence, any sort of decision, it is crime. And maybe the sooner that the EFCC comes into football, and when that happens, they try to read the FIFA rules and say, hey, they don't come into football. But corruption is corruption. Stealing is stealing. Murder is murder. Rape is, it doesn't matter where it happens.
Yes, but people should not also mistake it to the fact that referees cannot be appreciated, on a plain level field.
Well, why do you appreciate referees, really? I mean, that's what you said, on a level playing field. But why should I be a home team?
Should not be of course, before the game or immediately after the game. On a level.
What are you appreciating the referee for instance?
George, you can.
Okay, I like you. You're a good referee.
You can appreciate anybody you choose to appreciate.
Okay, we got to go right now. Thank you very much.
Monitor.
We certainly have to go. Kiki, well, happy birthday. I hope that the referee didn't spoil your birthday celebration.
No. I said it, whether VFC go ahead to draw this game, they've really made my day, especially, with the beautiful performance we saw from them in the second half. It's really, really amazing. Happy birthday to myself, and of course,
happy birthday to you. Well, kudos to them. Well, the road is rough and tough. It is very long. And so that gives you, of course, the inkling that any result can still be obtained. There is Go Round FC up next, and that will be a match to watch out for. Hope you subscribe to VFC TV and make sure you're always tuned in anytime the Lions are in action. Download the Vandoza FC mobile application and take Vandoza FC wherever you go. Buy the jerseys. You could go visit the store right there on vandozafc.com. You can't claim to be a fan if you're not buying a jersey, and do that normal registration as a fan. There's that facility on that website. Ultimately, make sure you keep supporting the Lions of Nigeria through thick and thin. That is what fans do. Until we come your way again with another broadcast on VFC TV, I'm George Essien, Mighty George. She's Ekikere Udofia Kiki. And together with the whole crew right here, we say thank you very much. We are Vandoza FC, and we won't walk that road without you. Good night.